Hi guys, good afternoon and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in today's video I will be discussing what I thought of that awesome and surprising and super satisfying season 2 finale for our favorite Apple TV show, Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. Sadly, season 2 has come to an end, but they left the door very much wide open for a third potential season. I don't believe there's been any official announcement or confirmation yet if we're getting a third season. Hopefully, hopefully it's just a matter of time. But we're here to talk about what I thought of that season 2 finale. And please be warned, this is a spoiler-filled review, so if you're not caught up on Monarch: Legacy of Monsters by season 2 episode 10, the season 2 finale, you don't want to keep watching or listening to this review, as I will be discussing spoilers. That being said, you have been warned. Let's dive right back into it. First and foremost, awesome, spectacular fight between Kong and Titan X. That was the kind of thing I was hoping to see scattered throughout this season. We still got to see some awesome monsters and some great creature action, but they really did do a good job saving the best monster or Titan fight for the very end, and that was quite a fight to watch. I also love how Kong immediately realized when Titan X calmed down and saw her egg and the synaptic nerve control thing finally fell out of her, that she ceased fighting with him and just went for her egg, and Kong allowed her to pass because he's not some mindless vicious brute. He's a thinking, intelligent, compassionate creature. And once he realized she was just trying to get her egg back, he was like, okay, it's all good. Go ahead. Go on home. And it was beautiful watching her get home, watching our heroes lead her to the rift. And then Lee and Keiko saying goodbye to younger Lee. That was pretty cool. I wonder if that's the end of if that's the end of Wyatt Russell's tenure on this show in this series. Or could we get more flashbacks in a potential third season? I don't know. Only time will tell. But I really enjoyed the season 2 finale. It feels like they crammed in a lot in one episode, but it didn't feel too packed. It felt just right with the pacing and the story they told and the character decisions that were made and the monster fight that happened. It really felt like it came together quite nicely. And I'm really pleased with how the season ended, while it simultaneously left the door open for even more adventures and more story to be told in a potential third season. I loved how most of our characters, with the exception of Lee, for whatever reason, he's probably looking for Kentaro and Isabel Simmons, but the path led him to one of our favorite characters. Rodan is back and has made his debut in Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. Now, what's interesting about this is I thought Rodan had was asleep and in a deep hibernation mode until he was awakened in Godzilla King of the Monsters, the movie from 2019. However, it's possible he wakes up frequently in that volcano he sleeps in. He wakes up, brushes himself off, maybe flies around a bit, terrorizing the locals before returning to said volcano and resuming his sleep. Or maybe it's a slight retcon. I don't know. We'll have to wait till the potential third season to get some answers. But that was a hell of a way to end the season 2 with the reveal of Rodan. That was awesome. Unfortunately, I did have it spoiled for myself when I made the mistake of going on social media without having seen this episode. So I saw it ruined, and I was a little disappointed with that. But it was still an awesome reveal that I was very much looking forward to, and it did not disappoint. So I guess Shaw is looking for Kentaro and Isabel, which makes sense because despite losing Titan X to Axis Mundi, they're still trying to find a way into Axis Mundi. And Kentaro wants to get a version of his dad back, which totally makes sense. I get that. But what is Isabel's deal? Because it feels like she kind of lost everything when Monarch raided her facility, took her people away, and Kong didn't really defeat Titan X, but Kong let Titan X go when she kind of like won that battle herself by knocking the implant thing out. So What is Isabel's deal? She's not doing this to appease her father, to get into the good graces of Apex. What is she after? What does she want with Axis Mundi or the Titans? And why does she need Kentaro? Again, questions that are probably, hopefully, going to get answered or resolved in a potential, hopefully soon to be confirmed, third season. But again, only time will tell. So I really, really enjoyed the season 2 finale. One of the things I liked a lot was how our remaining characters, with the exception of Shaw out looking for Kentaro and Isabel, our remaining characters end up in their own X-Files type of unit within Monarch. Like, they're in the basement subdivision, but they still are going to play an important, vital role to Monarch overall. But they've kind of been tucked away in the basement like Agent Fox Mulder was in the X-Files. And I'm like, so they're going to have their own little version of the X-Files within Monarch, I guess, or something like that. That's how I interpreted that, and I thought that was a very cool development. And now all of our remaining characters are on board. I'm sure Shaw will come back around eventually, and they'll reunite once again after he's told them about Rodan, or maybe not. Who knows? We'll see. But this was a heck of a season 2 finale. I especially liked how it ended in a completely different way from how it began several months ago. And it leaves the door and the door wide open for a brand new story to be told that doesn't have anything to do, right away at least, with Axis Mundi or Hollow Earth, where everything can stay surface side up, so to speak. And then we'll see where the story goes from there, which will be interesting, exciting, and fun to see if we get a third season, which I really hope we do. So thank you so much for watching my season 2 finale review. I hope you guys enjoyed this season and this episode as much as I did. What did you think of it? I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings on it. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend if I don't see you. Monarch Legacy of Monsters Season 2 is now streaming in its entirety on Apple TV alongside Season 1. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Take care, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.